Hi everybody. I was trying to figure out how to record a video on my laptop and going live was the only way I could figure it out. So hello all. This is definitely gonna be interesting. But yeah, I just wanted to first of all, I reached 500 subscribers the other day and I wanted to thank you all. It's been a long journey. And amazing since I started out. When I started out, I was very I don't remember exactly when I started, but I remember I was very nervous about like just sharing my diagnosis story and my life story with SMA and like very shy about it. And now look at me. I'm very willing to talk about it, and I've connected with so many of you through here, just because like I thought I was the only one, but so many of you have such a similar story to mine, which is very sad, I guess, but also helpful for me to know that I'm not the only one. And yeah, anyways. So on that topic, I was gonna do like some kind of celebration video type thing for reaching 500 subscribers. When I did 100, I don't know if you guys remember, I did 100 questions in a balloon, in 100 balloons, and that was a lot of balloons. And I answered, I think, like 10 of them for, I don't know, several videos later on. I was still answering those questions. And yeah, so don't want to do that, but I just wanted to ask, what would you guys like to see? Um, I'll try to make it happen. But not tonight because I am very tired. It's been a long day. I was planning to do some other stuff and then ended up doing something else. And so, yeah, that's why I am tired. Even the dog is asleep next to me. Look at this. I don't know if you can barely see her, but she's also snoring right next to me. So, yeah, if you hear snoring, it is her, not me. But yes, so I am very tired, so that's kind of why I just wanted to do this video and talk about something that I was super excited about. Yeah, so recently, like last week, was it last week? I don't know. I went to Oregon for work for like 5 days, and it kind of threw off my schedule and routine quite a bit. And now I just haven't been able to get back there. Not back there, I mean like mentally. Yeah. But anyways, I I'm starting to feel like my normal self again. And anyway, as soon as the day after I got back, I went down to Stanford, which is where I go for SMA treatment, and I did a screening for the NMD, I think it's the NMD 670 clinical trial, which is actually they are looking for adults with spinal muscular atrophy type 3 for the trial, and it is a drug trial to see if the drug helps I think prevent fatigue. I read the paper like 5 times. I should know, but yeah, prevent fatigue or slow it down in people with SMA type 3, and they're specifically looking for ambulatory patients, so people who can walk. So I was like, hey, finally one that it looks like I fit. So yeah, I was really interested in it. I thought maybe if I could get in, it might help me build muscle, possibly, um, especially in like my quads where I'm the weakest, and do some things that I've always been like wishing that I could do, like get up from the ground without using my hands. and start building muscle in my quads, and my abs would be great, and hopefully eventually lead to like surfing and I don't know, extreme sports. Maybe not, but you get the picture. Anyways, so um my mom drove me because my husband, what was he doing? He was working. And yeah, I mean, he would have taken me if I needed to. But yeah, my mom ended up driving me. And we left uh, very early in the morning at like 6 in the morning to get down there by 8. And then first was all the paperwork. And then yeah, all the paperwork. And what else? And then a blood draw and a urine sample, I think. I don't remember. And then, and I'm sharing all of this because they are recruiting. So if any of you fit the criteria and want to go see if you can get in the trial, that would be good, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, sharing to be helpful. And so if you do are someone that fits the criteria and wants to go in the trial, then you'll know what it is. And then after that, it was a physical and neurological exam. It's a neurologist, which was it's always so interesting to me meeting new doctors because they're like, especially, so you have doctors outside of like Stanford that know nothing basically about spinal muscular atrophy other than maybe they heard it somewhere. And they're like, oh, what is that? And then instead of using Google and looking it up themselves, but okay. And then you have like the specialty doctors that really know it inside and out. And meeting them. And then because my story is so different from a lot of like people, but apparently not that different from also a lot of people, they were like, oh, so did your symptoms just come out of the blue? I was like, no. And then so it's always, I don't know, it's always interesting just telling my story to doctors especially. But yeah, so anyway, so there was that. And then after that, what was there? There was more. Oh, an EKG, which is where they like put things on your chest and run to see how your heart is. And then after that, they I think they gave like a break for lunch. Everything was very like back to back, but they did give a break to go for me to go eat lunch, which was nice because I didn't eat breakfast. So by that time I was very hungry. And then after that it was a I think it was called EMS, but like muscle stimulation. I don't know. I'll just describe it. They basically put little electrodes on you and shock you. And it started in my neck. Um, they started with my neck because they were testing my trapezius muscle, and they were testing to see how long it shows either a deficit, I think, or a decrease in time after your muscles recover from exercise. I believe they said mine was 4%. However, to qualify, you had to be 7% or more. But it's good and bad. But I'll get back to that. Anyways, so they started in my neck. They started with 10 times. It wasn't too bad. It was a little painful, but just for a second. And then they realized, oh, they could do 5 times. 5 times wasn't as bad. When the neck didn't work, they moved to my wrist. And then when that didn't work, they moved to my lower leg. and they said that they couldn't do like where my muscles are weak because like the proximal muscles, they're a lot harder to isolate, which makes sense. But anyway, so basically, for me, good and bad, I'm too strong to qualify, which is great. Um, but a little disappointing because I was thinking, I don't know, maybe finally something that would actually help me be able to build muscle. But oh well. So yeah, that was that. I know Stanford is one of the sites recruiting, and I think I can't remember. There's like 8 others throughout the US or maybe 10 others. I'm not sure. But you can look it up. I think through CureSMA's website or clinicaltrials.gov, or I would say just Google it and see if you're interested, if there's one near you. But yeah, so that was my experience. It really wasn't bad. I think if I had have qualified, if I hadn't been disqualified more so, I think there would have been a muscle biopsy. Not a muscle biopsy, which actually that's a different story too. Last one I had at Stanford was way different than when I got diagnosed. But anyways, like way less painful and like didn't really hurt at all. But anyways, not a muscle biopsy, a muscle what's that test where they put like the an EMG, electromuscle. I don't even know what it stands for, but basically they stick like a needle in your, a small needle in your muscle, and you have to flex. And when I had that done, getting diagnosed, it didn't hurt at all, from what I recall. So yeah, the one thing I remember about that is you couldn't drink caffeine for it, and so that's when I first tried giving up soda, and that was a great experience. And then I started drinking soda, and then I tried giving up again, and then tried and again. But anyways, I'm very much struggling with that right now. But I actually found these Zevia sodas that taste pretty much, or at least the creamy root beer and the vanilla cola taste very similar to, like, to me, Pepsi and root beer. So there is still a difference, but it's still sweet. So yeah. Sorry, I'm getting off topic. Yeah, but anyway, and then they would have had to also do an eye exam. Because when they did the testing in animals with like a higher dose, there was something with the eyes. So they would want to check the eyes. And then the other thing is, being a woman, they require you to be on birth control for the whole course of the trial, or be completely abstinent. So there is that. And yeah, that's basically all there is to it. So pretty easy, and they they did say that they compensate you if you get in the trial. So yeah, there's that. And it helps people with SMA for another treatment to possibly go and become FDA approved. Who knows? Like the treatments are, I've been kind of following the pipeline, but not as closely as I was when like Spinraza first came out or Evrysdi first came out, just because I've been so busy with other stuff. So yeah, that's all there is to it. And yeah, I would just say if you're interested, look it up and see about getting in, because they are recruiting, and because they have such strict guidelines, it might be hard for them to find people. But yeah, anyways, that was that. So it was exciting, but then disappointing, but still, something I'm glad I went and did it. And I'm also a little relieved because I was gonna be having to take a lot of time off work had I gotten in such a short period of time. Um, I feel like that's one of the hardest things being so functional, I guess, is that like I have a full-time job. I have a cat. We're fostering a dog. I have like a ton of responsibilities here at home. And then so to add like other stuff in medical care, it gets challenging. Um, just because, yeah, it does. Trying to manage everything, I guess. Um, but yeah, that's that. And then I just again thank you for helping me get to 500. Yay! Like I said, I'll do another like celebratory video. Hopefully that doesn't sound egotistical. Um, but yeah, another celebratory video at some other point. So what kind of stuff would you guys like to see? Well, have a great evening. Sorry if I talked your ear off. I tend to do that. And until next time, have a great week, everybody.